No matter how you feel about the Saints, even if they're your team's biggest rival, you have to like what Drew Brees did last night. He broke Peyton Manning's all-time passing yardage mark, and he did it with style, hitting the rookie Traquan Smith for a 62-yard touchdown. So one of the great NFL stories, barely over 6 feet, coming out of Purdue, fell to the second round, was with the Chargers. Then all of a sudden he got injured with the Chargers. Chargers decided to go with Phillip Rivers. And then Drew Brees nearly signed with the Miami Dolphins. And imagine how he could have changed his history if they had decided to go with Drew Brees instead of Dante Culpepper. Because they were concerned about his shoulder, separated shoulder with the Chargers. And then all of a sudden, Nick Saban is with the Dolphins. I wonder if Nick Saban would still be coaching the Dolphins if Drew Brees was his quarterback. Or maybe he would have gone to another college after, the NFL. But Drew Brees going to New Orleans, what he's meant to that city, that community, winning a Super Bowl. A pretty impressive performance. We can celebrate the record with Drew Brees. Congratulations for him. And he got into prime time. You know, I think a lot of what we think with Drew Brees is you go, oh, that's right, Drew Brees. He's one of those, oh, that's right, Drew Brees. You always think of Brady. You always think of Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, and then you go, oh, that's right, Drew Brees. He's that guy. But you got 41 miles of passing yards by Drew Brees. I know with the offenses now, what you can't do on defense, we expect everybody to throw for 300 yards. But he's been doing it for 15 years now. Even before they changed these rules. Even before they made it almost embarrassingly easy to throw for 300 yards. Yeah, we also wondered who is the quarterback, the active quarterback, who could take a shot at Drew Brees' all-time record. And keep in mind, I think Brees plays this next season and probably 2 more after that. So you're looking at maybe 80,000 yards when all said and done for Drew Brees. The only caveat I threw in there with Brees is, does his head coach Sean Payton stay with the Saints? Because it feels like there's a little friction there, feels like, with the coach in the front office. And let's say Dallas opens up. Let's just speculate. Would Sean Payton be on the short list there, and would that be a job that he'd be interested in taking? I wouldn't, because I might have a little friction with the front office. If I go to Dallas, I know I'm going to have a lot of friction with the front office there, with Jerry Jones, and second guessing. Still feels like Sean Payton is able to do what he needs to do and to have Drew Brees there. And maybe you just attach yourself to Drew Brees and vice versa. And, play this out because you have a good team. You know, and Ingram back with Kamara. They got some young wide receivers here. The question is if the defense plays like it did last year, and that's why I had them going to the Super Bowl. And you know what? Looking at this, I thought San Francisco and Seattle would be better and therefore put up more of a challenge for the Rams. But the Rams could end up 14-2, 13-3, and then that could be the difference maker where you have home field advantage throughout. Yes, McLovin.
By the way, we got a couple tweets saying we're forgetting about Tom Brady, who has about 67,500. If he can extend his career the way he's saying, he could potentially break Brees. He's 5,000 behind him. Does that sound possible to you?
I don't know how long he plays. I know he says 45.
Yeah, if you believe that, then he's in play.
Yeah. But it feels like Brees would be more apt to play till he's 45 than Tom Brady. Because it feels like Tom's wife, it feels like Giselle has a little bit more of a say in this. But maybe if Brady gets a Super Bowl and it's a walk-off for him. But maybe the same for Drew Brees. But Brees said to us, he and his wife talked about it, and she said, play as long as you want. Plus, he has his kids now at the age where they're able to watch Dad. And the same with Brady. This is really big. It's rare when a quarterback having kids were able to see Dad play and play at a high level, play in these big moments there. And I think that that's something that is probably not factored in that often. But these guys are playing longer, and your kids have an opportunity to see you play. I'm sure it's important with Brady, with his oldest son, to be able to see Dad play.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.